Good morning at Waverly, and welcome to Waverly Newspapers special presentation. We have a special announcement here for you. We have Darwin Rittgers, co-chairman of the Waverly Heritage Days committee, and he has a special announcement for us. So first of all, tell us first of all what you were telling the city council last night about who's going to be honored for the Hall of Fame first. We'll start with that.
Well, we had discussed this as a committee, and what we ended up doing after several nominations, we had decided this year to nominate Fairway and Hy-Vee. Mm-hmm. It's two businesses that in some way probably affect everybody in Waverly.
Mm-hmm. So why did you decide on those two?
Well, it's actually a long process. We get several names in and several different things that potentially would work, whether it be a business or organization or what have you. In this particular case, we were looking at businesses that literally do affect everybody, and they have not been nominated in the past, mm-hmm. and they just seem to be a real good fit. Mm-hmm. They both accepted, very excited about being part of Heritage Days. Mm-hmm. And we're very glad that we'll have them.
Now, those have two honorees this year for the Hall of Fame?
Yes, there'll be the two. Then along with that, we will be honoring our Grand Marshal for the parade. Mm-hmm. And this year we have selected Dick Ahrens, Richard Ahrens. Mm-hmm. Many Waverly folks will know Dick. He's a longtime resident of Waverly and a longtime volunteer in Waverly with mm-hmm. several different organizations, to include our own Heritage Days. He had been on that committee for many years. Mm-hmm.
So what makes Dick special enough to become Grand Marshal, on top of what you just said?
Well, he's a community activist. He's someone who's involved. He's literally out and about every single day. He's very recognizable. Dick has also got the personality, and one that is a total Waverlyite. Mm-hmm. He loves the Go Hawks. He literally attends every game. Mm-hmm. He goes to the away games. He's just a huge part of the community, mm-hmm. especially in the volunteer area. I know he's worked with the senior citizen programs, Meals on Wheels in the past. He literally does deliveries for Hy-Vee. He's done just many things to put his name out there, and literally has not asked for any credit whatsoever. Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's go over a few things on this now. The Hall of Fame ceremony will be Friday. Will be the Friday night, or we should mention the Heritage Days will be July 13th through 16th, there's a Thursday through Sunday, and with the Hall of Fame ceremony being at 6:30 on Friday night, July 14th, in the 4-H building. And you were saying this was a little bit of a later start this time around?
Yeah, in the past we've started a little bit earlier at 6 o'clock. Mm-hmm. We wanted to give people a little more time to get off from work and be able to get there. So our starting time will be at 6:30 this year.
All right. Let's go over a few new things. First of all, there will be a talent showcase in conjunction with the concerts in Coleman. That's the show start. The whole program starts at 6:30. What did you? What was the thoughts behind having this talent showcase?
Well, we have continued to look over the last several years in different ways to expand Heritage Days. Mm-hmm. And one way to do that, we've talked a couple of years about doing something on Thursday night. Mm-hmm. And we also wanted to do something more closer to the downtown area also. Mm-hmm. This worked out extremely well with the chamber and the municipal band. They'll be playing their regular routine on Thursday night, and we've just joined efforts with them. Mm-hmm. So they're actually going to start the evening off, and then we're going to put on a talent showcase. We're mm-hmm. asking people that with any type of talent to participate. We hope to have a big variety, whether it's a small band, an individual instrumental, singing, a juggler, whatever the case may be. We're open for all takers.
So how do the people get entered into this?
What they need to do is just send us a message through Facebook. We will then privately contact them, and we will then be putting together a schedule depending on the various acts, and then we'll let them know where they fit in. Most of the acts are going to be limited to 10 to 15 minutes. We want to give everybody as much opportunity as we can, and depending on how many acts we have about an hour and a half to 2 hours time space to fill in there.
Okay, so is there a deadline?
Well, at this point there's not. However, depending on how many we get right away, we may have to cut that off. But at this point, yeah, we'll take any act probably right up to the Wednesday before.
All right, and now this year's theme I see is "Welcome to Our Playground." Is there a thought process to that?
Well, welcome to our playground. We had a lot of discussions about this, and typically when you think of a playground, it would be maybe a children's park or something on that order. But we looked at it in a bigger picture as Waverly as a whole can be an individual's playground. Whether you're utilizing the pool, whether you're utilizing the park system, it may be utilizing the trail system or the river in some manner. So as a whole, we look at Waverly as a potential playground, and we want to welcome everybody to Waverly.
And you're going to be featuring that in your brochure, which will be out to most of the public coming tomorrow. Is that right?
Yeah, the shipment of our we're going to have plenty. We have a little order from last year, and we're going to be putting this booklet out to area restaurants. It'll be put out to the chamber. It'll be put out at various parades. Then also people can contact us directly again through the Facebook page, and we would supply a quantity of to either group or
reason I was referring that in part one of the pages, you say that you mentioned a Saturday afternoon playground that goes from noon to 8 on Saturday. All the fairgrounds. You're gonna have your inflatable and obstacle course and sports arena, extreme slide racing fun. You also have a few new items. In there, you have a dunk tank in there. I see.
This is something that we're also going to have a virtual game system, totally new to Heritage Days. This is will be a large trailer, air-conditioned trailer that
From Game Liner.
The Game Liner that literally has virtual games in it. One can compete themselves. You can compete as a group. We're going to take entries for that, first come, first serve. That day, and it looks to be something that could be very, very popular, and we're really excited about having them.
And there's just in case anybody missed it, because I had a camera free a minute ago, but explain the dunk tank one more time.
With the dunk tank, this is something that is sponsored by the fire department. They're going to man the dunk tank, and it'll be set up that Saturday afternoon. They are going to have the people in the tank. Not sure who they're recruiting yet, but I'm sure it'll be a fun situation.
Okay. Then there's going to be the library's going to have an activity in the 4-H building from 1 to 1:30. There's going to be a bass fishing seminar by Eric Johnston, all from 2 to 2:45, and that probably is going to be connected to what a new item that you're going to be having on Sunday. The Cedar Valley Bassmasters, they're going to be holding a fishing tournament there from 9 to 2. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, that's something totally new. We've actually discussed it the last couple of years or so. It's going to come to form this year on Sunday. Bassmasters have reached out to us, and along with Jim's Sports Shop here downtown, we are going to host the first fishing tournament here in Waverly. It's going to be on the Cedar. It'll be available for boat fishermen, shore fishermen, those that want to wade. It is going to be for all ages that want to participate. This is the only thing where we do have a slight fee. There's a $5 entry to participate in this.
And $15 per family.
And a family pass of $15. That's correct. And we are going to have our registration at the City Hall parking lot. It's actually kind of right behind Jim's Sports Shop. He's going to open up very early that morning. He'll have supplies available and so forth. And then he will then be part of, and Bassmaster's part of the weigh-in. And that's going to be held in Coleman Park. The weigh-in will start about 1 o'clock and close up at 3. Bassmasters is bringing their weighing equipment. They're going to assist us in doing this part of it. And then they're also assisting us in door prizes. We have literally over $1,000 in door prizes just for the fishing tournament alone.
Yeah, maybe I could get my dad to come up because he's getting back to starting fishing himself. So another thing I had noticed on both Friday and Saturday at 5 o'clock, you'll be giving out Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
Yes.
How did you get involved? Did you contact them? They contact you, or what was the interest in bringing up the Chick-fil-A from Waterloo?
Well, last year we used the Bremer County Pork Producers. Went over extremely well, and it's something that we just wanted to continue and look at maybe variety from year to year. And when we were looking at and putting out requests for sponsorships, Chick-fil-A asked what we did and wanted the details, and the sandwich giveaway. So what they've done is offered to give away the Chick-fil-A sandwiches. They're going to give away 300 at 5 o'clock on Friday, and then we're going to do another 300 again 5 o'clock on Saturday.
All right, so it's just a community outreach on their part.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And all right, and then of course both nights, both Friday and Saturday nights, you'll be having some live music as usual. Actually, all 3 nights, each of the nights, you're gonna have some live music. You're gonna have Rich Lee and the Fabulous 50s on Friday night during the car show. You got that coming back again, and then you got Vic Ferrari on Friday night at 8:30, and then Boogie and Yo-Yos at 8:30 on Saturday night. They're both traditional to Heritage Days. What's it like having them back?
They really are. They draw huge crowds. They're very, very popular. It's at this point it's kind of hard to almost make a change just because they bring in so many people. They're always fun and exciting. We do have a couple of changes with the music. One being we're bringing in a family local band. They're actually out of Benton, Straight Run. They are becoming more popular all the time.
That'll be Saturday at 5.
That'll be Saturday at 5. They have been, I know they're scheduled to play on the Ragbri Route, several other community events. So this will be their first time here, and we're looking forward to having them.
And then during Boogie and Yo-Yo's performance, 10 o'clock, there'll be the big fireworks display. But you said that this is going to be like one of the biggest that this celebration has had. Yeah,
that's correct. This is one of our new announcements. That this year we put in our standard budget for fireworks, and we want to expand on that, but quite frankly, we just didn't have the funds to be able to do that. It's supported by our cans. People see our can bins around town, and that's going over extremely well. We're needing to empty that almost weekly now, And once we had supplied our budget to the fireworks manufacturer, we were able to talk to a couple of other people and actually received a huge donation that is going to allow us to literally have the largest fireworks display that Waverly has ever had. Not only just Waverly, but we are going to be very comparable to the largest ones in Northeast Iowa. We are looking at a show that they literally will be sending blast every 2.5 seconds. And it's going to be a combination of several finales. So it's going to be something that's going to be exciting, and the vantage point of that is going to be good for everybody, whether you're right on the fairgrounds or you're in the outlying areas. We're literally looking for thousands of people to show up for this fireworks.
And it'll be be shot from the golf course.
Yes.
So, and now there's a few other things I probably want to look at. You meant going back to the Saturday afternoon stuff. There's a art and wine show that they're going between 2 and 4 at the Drosty building.
Yeah, this is something again new. Recently, in the last couple of years or so, the painting and wine parties have been more popular all the time. We're going to bring in a professional that will instruct canvas painting. We will have wine tasting at that time. It will be, like we said, Saturday 2 to 4, and we're gonna need to limit it this time for the first 25 people that register. And our committee member Julie Knipp is the one who's taking the registrations for that.
Right.
And again, that'll be first come first served. If she has not filled up the full 25 prior to that date, then we will take the next walk-ups until we get to that 25 number.
All right, and then you got a duck calling contest from 2 to 6.
This is potentially could be very big, actually. Last couple of years, we've brought in a professional duck caller who's given seminars and so forth. And after last year's seminar, we were approached by members of Ducks Unlimited to say we would like to have maybe our own calling contest with the help of the professionals. And so what we've done is teamed up with Ducks Unlimited. They are going to sponsor the duck calling contest. People will be able to register that particular day, or they can contact Ducks Unlimited. We will have a stage for them. We will have an area where they will be professionally judged. And it's literally opened up to youth and adult callers.
Right, and then there's also a hunting dog training as well, 3 to 3:45 by Chad Johnson, and so you can bring out the people can bring out their dogs for that as well, and then we'll move on to Sunday a little bit. So you're going to have the fly-in breakfast at the airport. Then we already mentioned the fishing tournaments and the traditional tours of town, and the non-denominational worship with the ice cream social. And then, of course, one more new item, 7 o'clock at Coleman Park. We're going to be bringing up the UNI New Horizons Band. Yes,
they contacted us and wanted to be part of Heritage Days, and we felt this was a perfect fit on early Sunday evening, and that will actually end Heritage Days after they're completed. So. It's really a full schedule. There's a lot of overlap, so people are going to want to get the schedule, get the booklet, and look at it closely. One thing I didn't mention was bingo. The last couple of years we've done that, and that's literally become huge. It fills the 4-H building, and we literally have hundreds of prizes for bingo, which is always popular.
And then backing up a little bit further, Saturday morning, 10:30 is the parade. Now last year they had to shift it up a couple of blocks because of construction on 5th Avenue Northwest. Is this going back to 5th Avenue?
Yes, it is. In fact, we just found out yesterday what true route was going to be. With the current construction on the far end of West Bremer Avenue, we wasn't real sure even as a couple of days ago where we were going to have this, but we finally able to. Our parade will start at 10:30. We'll line up at the Waverly Sale Barn as usual. From that point, they will travel east on 5th Avenue to 6th Street Northwest, where they'll turn south, and that'll be a straight shot to the fairgrounds, where they'll end at that point.
Yeah, because last year you went to it went 7th Avenue to 5th Street, and then to Bremer, and then backtrack to 6th.
Yeah, we had a couple of different jogs in the parade that we had to do. Just at that time, the dry run was being worked on, and we couldn't use 6th. So.
All right, so what do you think that the public will get out of this year's celebration?
Well, I think there's going to be several aspects. You know, whether it's just enjoying time with their own family, their neighbors. They're going to get out and be able to see people that they probably haven't seen for all year since last Heritage Days. They're also, business-wise, we're going to be drawing people all around Iowa. I can tell you that last year we drew from 65 different counties. We had 11 states that we drew from. We had about 11 that we were aware of, huge family reunions that gathered here. So it is truly a destination spot for Waverly that weekend.
Okay, and so are you expecting hopefully getting bigger turnout this time around with all this new stuff?
We really are. I know that we've already got inquiries as far away as the Mississippi River baseline for the fishing tournament. In fact, there have been people already in Waverly fishing the river, just getting an idea, a feel of it, wanting to fish the tournament. We have also added vendors this year, and that last year we limited to 15. We've upped that to 40. And it will literally fill a big section of the fairgrounds, and they're literally coming from not only Iowa but 3 other states. So that'll be huge also.
And so if anybody wants to get more information, where do they go online?
We really encourage people to use our Facebook page. We literally update that, if not daily, every other day with some sort of information. If they like that page, they'll get constant information about Heritage Days. We are going to be putting the booklet out. That will, like I said, be in various locations throughout town. And they can call us specifically through the message.
The Waverly Heritage Days Committee, this is ERIC VANSICKLE signing off from Waverly Newspapers.